All right, you're welcome back. We're joined via Zoom by the ADC Delta State Publicity Secretary, the President of Bishop Obiajulu Obi. Hello, sir. You're welcome to TVM Express this morning on TVM.
Very much. All right, let's start. Let's start
It's
with
now.
the
Now, what exactly? I'm going to throw you right in because we have to get to the meat of the issue. What exactly led to the leadership dispute within your party?
before now, ADC has been established. Then we have a coalition. That coalition is made up of different political parties coming together under the umbrella of ADC. And at the time of this coalition in 2025, the leadership of ADC at that time, under a draft Wonsu, decided to resign to allow the coalition to come in and take over. So an interim government was set up. This interim government is led by Senator David Mark as the ABC chairman, and then Arabeshala as the secretary, and so on and so forth. But after some time, seeing that this coalition has made about broadening the horizon for ABC, some other people who have a business became agreed saying that they want to actually become the leader of the party. And why saying this, I want to make reference to Matthew Balaban. He said he's supposed to be him who to take over after the chairman, the former chairman, resigned. And as you know, he took it to court. And all this while, we have been going back and forth. But eventually, you see, the court recognized the leadership of Senator David Mark, as the chairman of ADC. All of a sudden, 2 days ago, we just saw that INEC came up with their own kind of anti-country to play around the electorate and to see the because the wave of ADC in the governance of Nigeria, the wave of ADC, the tsunami that is coming. We all know it is a credible alternative that will change the political structure of Nigeria. And these people who are supposed to be the Independent National Electoral Commission of Nigeria are not independent. They are dependent on the ruling. They are dependent on this government, and they want to sabotage the credibility of the party by removing its leadership. And I think that is really important.
Now, so the party was supposed to legalize the leadership.
Senator David Mark, right? And the courts actually legalized them. But INEC now is standing on a supposed court order that says that status quo should be maintained antebellum before the whole legal, before the whole, that's the state of affairs, before this whole legal drama started. What legal order is INEC talking about there?
I am not a lawyer per se, but when you talk about the status being maintained, it means that nothing should be done to the leadership. It's a very literal word. You get it? It's quite literal for the layman to understand. Even if you're not a learned man, you will understand that the status quo they are talking about is the maintenance of the leadership. Now, the leadership that has been recognized by the former INEC chairman, Mahmoud, together, is the status quo. And that is the leadership of Senator David Bonaventure Mark. No other leadership.
Was there any communication between INEC and the supposed party leadership before this decision was made? Maybe to hint or intimate you people that, yeah, this is what a decision we're going to take. Was there a back and forth before this happened?
at all, not at all. And this is why you see, I can categorically, even without proof, get to tell you that this whole thing is just a setup from um, the powers that be. It's just a setup to undermine the people's mandate. It's just a setup to destroy the credibility of the party. It's just a setup to make sure that they take ADC out of the ballot in 2027. It's just a setup to make sure that since heavyweights have joined this party and they have seen that if they pull their followers together, that they just want to do everything possible to make sure it doesn't come to fruition. I must tell you that INEC as a body is meant to be independent. But anytime the umpire of a game, anytime the umpire of an election has been sabotaged, are you getting me? That election lost credibility. It lost credibility totally. And I want to tell you that the chairman of INEC is under the payroll of the ruling party and is going ahead to do this to make sure he undermines this party. That's the truth. There is nothing. There is no problem in the party. The court has already recognized Senator David Mark, led leadership of ADC, and as you can see, Congress is about to go on. Many heavyweights are pulling into the party. Senators are joining. House of Rep members are joining. Former presidential candidates are joining. Just recently, one person joined also. And you know, Atiku has been here. Peter Obi has been here. Amechi too, Eropa, and so on and so forth. If you look at the whole thing, you will see that this is just a script that is being played out. I don't want to take us back so that we don't digress from what we are trying to, deal with. But the truth is, if you're looking at this, you will see that people who have joined ADC, one way or the other, the government have been after them. Look at Eropa. Look at Malami. Are you getting me? This whole thing, this whole issue, they have seen that they could not stop the people, the law for ADC. They could see that the people are suffering and they want to end this bad governance. And the only way to sabotage it is to destroy ADC from the head. The Bible says, when the head is taken away, the plot scatter. But I want to tell them that it is not going to happen because we are standing suddenly by the leadership of Senator David Mark. And I must say that if INEC is not careful, we too can take INEC to court because INEC has already recognized us. They recognize the leadership of ADC. So why change it now? Why at this time? Why is it that when this new chairman came in, things began to take a nose dive? It is because he is under the payroll of this government and he wants to use this to sabotage the credibility of the
Okay.
Let's look at what's let's look at what you guys can do or what the ADC can do going forward in handling this issue. Has there been any engagements after the fact? That is after INEC made their, because it is interesting to note that most of you heard the same way heard that your leaders have been delisted. But after the fact, has there been any sort of engagement between your party and the Independent National Electoral Commission in resolving whatever the problem is?
I want you to understand that the rule of law is important when it comes to anything that concerns the citizen. And ADC being a party with credible persons, credible people, with people who want the betterment of Nigeria. We've gone ahead to make a press statement. There was a press conference yesterday in Abuja concerning this. And for you to know that these people, they are just power wrong. After making that announcement, the next thing we saw was that at the INEC office we had soldiers and the armored cars everywhere. We are not moved. You get it? We are not moved. If this announcement was supposed to affect us negatively, it will make us strong. I want you to know that everybody has the right to freedom of association. Are you getting me? And There is supposed to be a multi-party democracy protection here in Nigeria. So ADC can seek judicial clarity. Are you getting me? And we can go out so that it can be explained in the court. But for now, we are making them know. We are the press, because the press is important that the press comes in there. We have all the details of the resignation of Nafi Bala and other members of the former ADC leadership. Are you getting me? And we also have the ruling of the court. You get it, recognizing David Mark led leadership. We have all this. So put it out there in the place. And I know that the minds of the people cannot be overshadowed by those who are power drunk, who want to retain power and keep the people oppressed, who want to make sure that people will not get what they need. I want you to know that ABC, because of our credibility, we are going to conduct our congresses, and it's going to be transparent, with or without the scrutiny of INEC. Because by the law, INEC is not even supposed to even come to party congresses. Are you getting it? It is not a must. Are you getting it? As long as we meet all the electoral guidelines, INEC can go to hell and do what they want. But you see, in 2027, yes, ADC will appear in the ballot.
But a situation where your
Leadership are not recognized by INEC. Does that not throw a spanner to the wheel of your progress in trying to conduct primaries?
We have already informed INEC of our date for Congress. Are you getting it? So if they are doing that now, they did not recognize the leadership for ADC in the national. That does not mean they do not recognize the leadership of ADC in the states, the local government. Are you getting it? So we are going to start up. We are going to start up somewhere. We're going to start fixing things from the grassroots. I know that surely we are going to push about.
in your view, how does this affect?
It's beginning to look like a situation where I would not want to speculate, but what I'm beginning to notice is like a situation where every other party has to be brought down or reduced for the ruling party, for the ruling party to just emerge. Now, for the democracy, in your view, how does it augur well? What's the future of our democracy as a country in such a system like this?
Generally, it's supposed to be a system of government where power belongs to them. Leaders are supposed to be chosen through free, fair, and credible elections. But over the years, we have seen that Nigeria has become a place of indecency when it comes to election, where people grab power and these people who grab power are just people who are power drawn and just want to go there to siphon the monies that they can, steal as much as they can from the government and keep the people in poverty. But I want to say this. When you push a man to the wall and your escape, fight back. No matter what this ruling party is doing, to make sure that it suppress every other party and there will not be any opposition, it will not work. Because there is no government apart from a communist government where you have just one party system. Nigeria is a democracy. Everybody has the right to participate in governance. Are you getting me? Everybody has the right to have a representation in government. Every person that is in government also must have accountability, give accountability. There must also be rule of law and also freedom. So in Nigeria today, if things must get better, are you getting me? Constitutionally, democracy in Nigeria that is being supervised by the Independent National Electoral Commission must be free and fair. Every political party, irrespective of that APC, ADC, PDP, SDP, and so on and so forth, are supposed to conduct a free and credible election to put in leaders. Citizens should vote. I get what in the oligarchs. You can't come in a democratic state like Nigeria and impose people on us. No, enough is enough. Listen to me. People are ready to give their life. People are ready to give up everything they have. You know why? Because we have mortgaged the future of our children for freedom.
Nigeria. So thank you very much, sir, for being with us.